Hey, hey, come on in. Happy Friday, as we say. Come on in, everyone. I'm just getting some ingredients together. Good to see you all. Hope everyone is doing well. We'll just go ahead and get started, and I'll find the ingredients as I need them. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Thank you all for being here. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and here on my YouTube channel, I'm chronicling my weight loss journey, so far down 70 pounds with at least 30 more to go. And I am doing my the progress I'm making is based on the results of my food sensitivity test. So I had a cheek swab, and then I also had some hair samples. So I have a list of foods that I can have, and then I have a list of foods that I have to avoid. So really, I'm just using this channel to help keep me accountable, build a community of those of us who want to make better and healthier choices for whatever reason. You know, for me, I want to age gracefully. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So feel free to say hello and pop in your questions. It's Friday. Some people eat fish on Friday for various reasons. We are in the season of Lent. So if you observe that, you may have given up meat or anything. But I was just kind of craving, you know what it was? I'll be honest. I saw a picture of a tuna melt online, and I decided that's what I wanted to have today. So that's what I'm making. Um, a lot of my inspiration comes from surrounding myself with food. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm so grateful to be able to work from home. And so one of the things that I do is I keep the TV on the cooking channels, and it can be on mute. So just as I'm cleaning up or doing things around the house, I will see all kind of delectable treats online. And then, you know, I used to watch and say, oh man, I can't have that and I can't have that, but I can have this and I can have that. So that's where the substitutions came from. So yeah, we're making a tuna melt. So I like to have everything prepped for you guys. You know, I try to make it all fancy, like this is some real cooking show. Y'all know it's not. It's just me, but the kids are at school, so I got some quiet time. So sit back and relax and let me know. I haven't eaten anything today but an apple and coffee. I'm gonna make the tuna melt. But I was also thinking about, you know, making breakfast and lunch. Um, I don't know, it's weird. One of the things I've learned about myself, I wake up with an appetite. So I like to have my biggest meals earlier in the day. Some people don't, but you know, as you do whatever works for you, you know, you adjust accordingly. So I like to have a big breakfast, a medium lunch, and then dinner for me sometimes is just, you know, tea or a smoothie. Um, that's just how it works for me. All right. So I am going to be making a tuna melt on a chaffle. So if you're not familiar with the chaffle, it's the substitute that I'm using for bread slices. I'm not using the stove today. I'm going to be using my mini dash cooker. You guys may have seen these before. This one is a waffle maker in the square shape. So I'm going to make two chaffles, and a chaffle is basically a cheese waffle. There's so many different recipes for it. But basically, I'm going to use probably the simple, just egg and cheese. And of course, I'll always walk you guys through each step. I've used Chaffles for making a waffle with butter and syrup. I've made little mini pizzas, put some oregano in there, top it with turkey, pepperoni, and cheese, and mushroom and oregano. There's all kind of stuff you can do. All right, so I think I'll start with the Chaffles first. I'm just thinking what I want to use. So I'm going to get my little gravy boat. You guys see me using this all the time. It's just a glass gravy boat. I think I got it from Walmart. I like because the handle stays cool. It's got a nice sturdy bottom. You can see through it. And I like it because it allows me to pour my ingredients. Just a little hack that works for me. All right. Now, when you're making a chaffle, again, the ingredients are egg and cheese. That's the basic ingredients. Yes, you can use egg substitutes if you don't use egg. I'm using whole eggs today because I have one left. I want to use it. And then the cheese, you want a nice melting cheese of your choice. However, I have found that the drier and the sharper the cheese, I got the dishwasher going, but I'm not going to open it. Y'all saw my glasses yesterday. Ooh, that was a mess. So the drier and the sharper the cheese, the more it will crisp up and give you the structure of a chaffle. So if you can use like a mozzarella or a pepper jack, that's fine. You'll just want to put it on a cooling rack to kind of firm up. But if you use like a Parmesan, which I'm going to use my substitute, or a cheddar, then to me, you get more of that. And for me, eating is an experience, and I like the texture in addition to the taste. All right. So yesterday, you guys may have seen me. I have this left over, so I'm going to use it. This cheese, and I think I tossed the package. It is Manchego, which is Manchego. Maybe I'm saying it right. I don't know. Y'all can find it. But this is a cheese that's made with sheep's milk. So part of my test results showed that I'm sensitive to cow dairy. So regular milk and yogurt and creams and cheeses, I have to substitute for all of that. So for me, this is a good Parmesan substitute. You can see it comes off of the block. It's still got a little bit of the rind on it. I'm going to cut that off. They say you can eat it. For me, it's a little bit like wax paper. So I'm going to cut that off. Plus, it messed up my shredder. So this would be like a good substitute for Parmesan. It's an aged cheese, and it's like a salty and drier cheese. You can get that in the grocery store. You know, when you go to the deli counter, they got so much stuff going on there. So I'm here to give you guys visibility into some stuff that you may not have known about that works for you. All right, I'm going to get a knife and a cutting mat. I keep my knife block in the knife drawer. I'm just going to sharpen, literally. I'm just going to run it over the blades a couple times. I don't know where I got this from. Brandless. I may have a link for them, but one side says coarse and one side says fine. If you sharpen your knife pretty regularly, it just makes it easier to use. Take that for whatever it's worth. Okay. So this was half of the block of the Manchego. So I'm going to cut off this wax part on the end, and it's on the bottom. You can see that. So I just want to get the white part of the cheese, the actual soft part that I can shred, because I tried to shred the whole thing yesterday, and it got stuck in my shredder. Lesson learned. That's how we cook over here, right? Somebody had to teach me, so I'm teaching y'all. All right, so I'm just putting the knife towards the end, and I'm going down, and I'm getting off the side. Let's see if it's all right. The rind, the cheese is fine. So, excuse me. I'm going to go down the back side and just slice that off too. This is not a cheese that I would eat by itself, like with crackers, but this is a cheese that works well as an ingredient. And you'll find that some things you can eat by themselves, some things you need paired with other flavors. If you were on last night, you guys saw me struggling to make that St. Patty's Day shepherd's pie. It was excellent, and I'm gonna take some leftovers to my mom. I'm gonna go check on Nana today. It's allergy season where we live, and so she's a little under the weather, but she says she will be back and we'll do some more cooking together. All right, so literally I just have my block here, and all I did is I cut off the end here, and then I just cut off the wax there. I won't toss it. Someone said you could put it in like soups. You could put that rind in soups or stews, and it gives you that nice salt flavor. I haven't tried that before, so who knows? All right. So what I have in front of me, you guys have seen me use this before. I bought this on Amazon for 20 bucks. I shred my own cheese whenever I can, just because I heard that there are extra ingredients added to shredded cheese, to keep it from clumping together. So when you shred your own cheese, it's an extra step, yes, but to me it melts better. It tastes better because it's just the cheese. And there was something else I can't remember. Oh yeah, no preservatives and all that good stuff, if that's important to you. So I'm going to shred into my gravy boat. If I had the whole block, I would use one of my meal prep containers, and it would last for me for a week. Okay. So one of the things that I love about my little, what is this called? A shredder, I guess. Um, it's got this little suction cup base at the bottom that I'm putting together. All right, make sure I got it. Yeah. So the base here has like a little suction cup foot. And when I put it on my counter and I flip this down, it actually seals it to the counter, which makes it, how do you say, like safer, right? Because I have got one hand that I'm going to be cranking on. So you don't want it to move if I do it right. All right. So now it's on my counter, and then it's got a nice little finger guard. So I'm going to take my block of manchego. Again, if you already have shredded cheese, just use that. I'm going to put this into the shredder, and then I have my finger guard here. So I'm going to hold this with my left hand, and then with my right hand, I'm going to be cranking out my cheese. Make sure it's assembled. Y'all saw me try to get this out of the dishwasher yesterday, so I wash it after every use. So I just take it apart and make sure everything's nice and clean. And I opened the dishwasher yesterday while it was still steamy, and I look crazy. If you want to go see it, it's in the shepherd's pie video. Go between like 47 minutes and 52 minutes. I was struggling. There's a nice little 5-minute block for your Friday fun. Hey, cook. All right. So I'm cranking out my cheese, and I'll show you guys what I have. It doesn't take long at all. So you can see here, I basically made my own shredded cheese. And I don't know, maybe it's cheaper if you buy the block and shred it yourself, but this is what I'm going to use for my chaffle. So again, this is a substitute that I use for Parmesan. It's called manchego or manchego, Manchego. And when you're making the chaffle, which is going to be my bread substitute for the, I was going to say patty melt. Ooh, I could make a patty melt with a burger. That sounds yummy. But I'm going to do a tuna melt, Fish Friday, right? All right. Dishwasher's running, so I'm just putting stuff in the sink. Taking apart my little shredder. I have a few like shavings and stuff. So I just take it apart to make sure. Y'all know I want to get all of my cheese. Dropped one. My counters are clean, but Cook wants to know what's for lunch today. I am making a tuna melt. It's going to be grain-free, sugar-free, dairy-free. So it's Fish Friday, or I know some people are observing Lent. So just rinsing off. All right. So let's get that out of the way. Let me unsuction my shredder and literally just take it apart. All of it goes in the dishwasher. That's something, with supervision that kids could do, just watch them and you can shred your cheese. I've also used it for chocolate shavings, um, anything. It does come with multiple attachments, but that's the one that I use. All right, so I've got, I don't know, maybe like a half a cup of shredded cheese. And then I have whole eggs. You can do this with egg substitutes. I've tried egg whites, not so much. Why it works better, I don't know. All right, I got an egg that's kind of sad, you guys. You know how you buy them and sometimes they're kind of cracked? So I'm putting this in there and we're going to see how it comes out. I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's just kind of hanging on. All right, so let me pinch that off, the egg white. Hope it's okay. I don't know, what do you guys do? If you have an egg that's kind of cracked in the, I was going to say gallon, in the dozen, do you still use it or no? Washing my hands. All right. So I'm gonna get my chopstick. I like to mix with my chopstick. I don't know, maybe because it's got that little point on it, and it's just easier for me. Maybe it makes me feel fancy. Who knows? All right. So in here, I have one cracked egg and the shredded manchego cheese. So I'm just going in and I'm mixing kind of slow. You want your chaffle to be, oh, this will be nice. Liquidy enough, kind of, to pour as our bread batter, but stiff enough so it's not eggy. And I like what I'm getting. I'm just showing, I'll show you guys right here, but I'm just mixing it. The more spear it will be, the more egg you have, the eggier it will be. So you guys know I just eyeball this stuff. So if it, you know, if I had to say, probably one egg for every half cup of cheese. And then, try it out. So I'll show you guys what I have here. I have never made a chaffle with manchego, so we're gonna see. But if you can see there, it looks like scrambled eggs. So I just mixed up the egg and the cheese, and this one is actually pretty stiff. You can't even pour it. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my bread slices, and then I'll set them off to the side, and then I'll make my tuna middle or filling. And I'm on the fence if I want to make a melt and like melt it with some cheese or just eat it cold. You guys let me know what you think. All right, so now we're going to make our bread slices. Again, I got this at Target, I think for like 12 bucks. This is a little mini waffle maker. The brand is Dash, D-A-S-H. They have so many different varieties. If you guys want to see some blueberry pancakes, because I'm hungry, and you know how your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Anyway, I was thinking I could make it all, because it's Friday, and it's raining here, and I'm not going outside. So let me know if you want to see just lunch or you want to see breakfast and lunch. Okay, so this waffle maker, why I'm using this one is because it's square. A lot of the Dash products, if I do my blueberry pancakes, they're round. So that's great for, and you can use the round one too, but I said, why not? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do because this is going to be on the counter. I'm going to plug it up. This one doesn't have a light on it. I'll wipe it off. Plug it up, and I'm going to put some butter on the top and on the bottom. And so for butter, again, because I can't have cow dairy, I have substituted goat's butter. You guys have seen me use the Delamere goat's butter. It looks like butter. It cooks like butter. This is my substitute. So literally, like you would with a marker, when it's plugged up, I'm just going to peel this back and just kind of, hey, Tracy, hey, Amethyst. I'm going to just kind of rub the stick of butter on the waffle maker. And then after that, I'm going to pour in our egg and cheese mixture for chaffle to make our bread. You could put any seasonings you want in the chaffle mix, salt, pepper, oregano, however you like it. Sometimes people make them sweet, sometimes people make them savory, but I'm just doing plain because the manchego cheese is already kind of salty. All right, washing my hands again. I am a frequent hand washer and wiper and just all that stuff. You know, I enjoy a clean space. We all do. And that's just how I was raised. I was cleaning the house from top to bottom since 11, 13. I don't know. It's all a blur, but that's what I do. Train up a child. Okay. So I'm going to plug up our waffle maker. Sometimes, you know, it gets a little messy on the side if you over pour and things spill out. So I'm just wiping that before it gets lava hot. Okay, so we're plugging it up. I'm getting my goat's butter. You can spray it with cooking spray. I like the goat's butter because it gives like a nice golden brown. So literally I'm just gonna, on the top of the waffle maker and on the bottom of the waffle maker. So it's kind of on there thick like Crisco, but as it heats, it will sizzle and melt down. All right. While that's going, y'all, I get so like, can I do multiple things at once? But you know what? I'm gonna challenge myself. All right, so let's take a look at our tuna filling. This is a recipe. I saw a really good tuna melt, or was it chicken salad, on another page. But I just have regular canned tuna. This, since I'm not using the stove today, this is a great recipe if you're in a dorm room or traveling. I'm just going to show you guys, you know, some things you can do without the stove. The can says the best tuna just got better. Okay, chicken of the sea. So this is just 6 ounces of tuna in water. So I'm going to pop the tops and peel it back. Okay. So you guys know what tuna looks like. Kind of like cat food. To drain it, I don't know what this is. Some little strainer. I don't even know where it came from. But literally what I do, and I'm going to go over to the sink. I have my tuna in water, and I'm going to pour it over here or kind of dump it out and let it sit and hang out for a little bit so I can get all of that liquid out because I want my tuna salad, I don't want it to be watery. Got a little bit left in there, so I'm gonna scrape it out. Y'all know I want all of it. Look, if I'm not gonna eat much, I want all I can have, right? Hey, Caesar. All right, just showing you guys what I have, but I'm gonna let it sit and drain for a while. So literally, I just dumped out the chicken of the sea tuna in here, and I'm letting it drain as much as possible. You could probably do this with chicken salad or a lot of other stuff. All right. All right, I think I'm gonna pour my chaffle, yes. So if you could see the butter that I put on the waffle maker, it is nice and foamy and it's completely melted because I put it on cold and it was just kind of like, you know, chunky. So we're gonna try this egg and manchego cheese. I'm gonna get the spatula. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pour, because I made it kind of chunky, I'm going to spread it out over the waffle maker. Then I'm going to smooth it out so it gets to the corners. This should be enough for 2 slices of bread. Put a little bit more to get to all the corners. Hope everyone is doing well today. Happy Friday. It's lunchtime for me, so I just thought I'd bring you guys in. All right, so we've got some nice coverage, and then I'm going to close the waffle maker. We're going to let that do its thing. All right, tuna salad. these, it's smoking. These gravy boats, maybe they came in a 2-pack, maybe I bought two, I don't know. But I love using them for mixing. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just wondering if it's big enough, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna dump my tuna in here. You guys can see this is just canned tuna. Great protein if you like it. Somebody said so. All right, let me wash my hands again. Just nervous anytime I touch raw egg. Okay, so for our tuna melt, you can make it however you like it. Oh, I was gonna boil some egg. Do I want to do that? I'll show you guys my egg cooker. I don't have time to. I'll pass on it. Okay, for my mayonnaise, you guys have seen me use Walden Farms products. This is their mayonnaise, my mayonnaise substitute, amazing mayo or amazing mayo. Walden Farms has been approved for me. This is sugar-free, gluten-free, calorie-free, everything free. I just got a little bit left, so I'm gonna scoop all of it. I think I used this when we were making the crab cakes, if you guys remember those. They were so good. All right, so I'm gonna get all right. You know how you see in the catalogs those things that are like those scrapers that let you get the bottom of everything? That's the kind of stuff that I would buy, and then I would have like this one time to use it. But I gotta, cut back on that. You only need a few tools. Don't let any of the professional chefs or whatever, intimidate you. Y'all can do this. So I'm getting my mayo out. You can see that it is a nice, pretty sturdy mayo substitute. I've told you, and I'll be honest with you guys, some of the Walden Farms products are a little watery because they are an apple cider vinegar base. But I have like the mayo is good, the ketchup is good, the syrups are good, the seafood sauce is good. The barbecue sauce, the like jelly and peanut butter spreads. So it's better than nothing, but you guys, I've been on this journey this is year 3 for me, and so far I'm down 70 pounds. I'm gonna get the rest of this weight off this year. Y'all are gonna help keep me accountable. Thank you, Tracy. Um, Yeah, I have tried a lot of products, and some of them I'm like, absolutely not. What the heck were they thinking? But there's something for everybody. So I share what works for me. You guys, please, let me know if you tried it. All right, so I was just getting all of the mayo out of our amazing mayo. So far for my tuna melt, I have just tuna and this amazing mayo. All right. I'm gonna check on that chaffle. Y'all know how I get when I do multiple things at a time. Ooh, it's looking good. Let me show you. All right, I am gonna touch it, just top a little bit with my fingers to see how it crisps up. Oh, I'm so excited. Y'all, I really try. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it together. I'm gonna be all like sophisticated and then I'm like, woo, whatever. Okay, I'm just using a little spatula. Can you guys see this? This is my bread for my tuna melt. And as you can hear, well, maybe you can't. It's nice and sturdy. So this is going to be the top slice. It's still a little bit warm. I'm very excited. I'm going to set this where else but in my air fryer and then make the second slice. Whenever you make these chaffles, you want to kind of put them on a cooling rack so that air gets on the top and the bottom, because if not, because there's egg inside, it'll soften, and you don't want it eggy. You want it like crispy, like a toast, right? So the air fryer is not on. I'm just putting it in there for storage. Okay, now I'm gonna make the second slice of bread. Ooh. All right, so my mini dash is still on. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more butter. This is the goat's butter, y'all know, dairy free, made from goat's milk. And I'm just gonna rub a little on the top of the waffle maker and a little on the bottom. All right, so it melted nice and foamy right away because it's hot. All right, so this is my chaffle batter. 1 egg beaten with the shredded manchego cheese, which is what I used yesterday for a good Parmesan substitute. So I'm literally just gonna move this clump down onto the waffle maker, and then I'm gonna spread it out to make the second slice. So if I were measuring, it's probably, 1 egg and half a cup of cheese. The shredded cheese of your choice will make 2 waffles or 2 slices. And I'm using the square waffle maker from Dash. I got it at Target, $12.99. All right, so I'm just smoothing it out so that I get coverage to all the corners. So when I have my 2 slices of bread, everything is nice and homogeneous. No problem, Val. If you guys want, I got some time today because the kids are in school. I hate to be so rushed, but that was last night. So our second slice is in. Rinsing off. All right, so back to our tuna filling. Right now, all we have is salt. No, we don't have salt and pepper. I'm gonna get salt and pepper. We have tuna and my mayo substitute, which is the Walden Farms. If you guys can eat the full flavor product, please do. All of these recipes that I come up with are just variations on regular stuff. Oh man. Sorry, y'all. I was in the fridge. Ooh, my cheese is kind of bubbling over. I was looking for my pickle substitute. They were in the pantry, not the fridge. So I found out that I'm sensitive to cucumbers, so I can't have pickles, which are made from cucumbers, so no relish. So what I'm going to substitute today, I've got banana peppers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few out. I think I'm going to chop them up, and I'm going to put them into the tuna and mayo to see if it can give me that brine, that salty, like pickly taste. Is that a word? I think I'm just going to do salt and pepper. Do I want to do anything fancy? So into our tuna, just a little bit of salt, some pepper, and I think I'm going to do some paprika. I don't know why, just for a little bit of red color. What is paprika supposed to taste like, right? Isn't it supposed to be smoky or something like that? I don't know. I just have 2 containers of it, so I'm like, let me use it. And I think since it's tuna, I'm just going to do a little bit of Old Bay. I don't know, y'all. All right. I think that's enough. Oh, that was a lot. Season the way that you like. Hot and spicy? I guess so. I'm not going to do pepper. I mean, like red pepper on my tuna melt. All right, so I'm going to check on my second slice. Still going. It's still a little bit yellow, like egg yellow. I want it to be brown, like the other slice. Just getting a cutting board for these banana pepper rings. Somebody wanted dessert yesterday. Now I'm craving dessert. I think I may show you guys how to do that too. All right, so I'm opening my banana peppers, and this is going to be my substitute for pickles. So I'm just going to take some out. I don't even know if I'm going to melt this tuna melt, but we'll see. All right, so I'm just getting a few banana peppers. I like them. You can put them on pizza, whatever. But if you don't like them, don't use them. All right. Y'all know banana pepper rings come in rings, so I'm just going to chop them, you know, not bad. I could use my chopper. See, I have all this stuff, and then I'm like, I don't even use it. You don't really need any of that. I just stack them on top of each other, and I'm just running the knife through them, and then you turn and run the knife through them again. That's it. I just want small pieces to use kind of like a relish. That's it. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. I got one little string left. I missed, or I didn't go all the way down. I can smell my my bread slice. Use all of your senses when cooking. All right, so I've chopped up my banana pepper. So this is gonna go inside my, dropped one, inside my tuna. All right, let's check on our bread slice. Not bad. I'll let it go. Just, y'all hear that thunder? I'm not going out on that. I am so grateful to work from home, and when I'm hungry, I just come in the kitchen and cook for y'all. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up. It's salt, pepper, paprika, Old Bay, banana pepper, tuna, and then my mayo substitute. You can put whatever else you want in it. I've seen people do, what are those little red things that come in the jar? Oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. They're like, are they a pepper? Whatever. I've seen people put those things in, whatever they are. I could have boiled an egg and like dice that up and put that in. You can make it as full or as plain as you want. All right, good. Bread is done. Let me unplug. I'll show you guys the second side slice. Just gonna wash my hands again. No, a little OCD, right? Yeah. All right. Hey, we all have our ticks and clicks, right? So I've got mine. A bit of a, I wouldn't say I'm a clean freak, but you know, I do, you know, like stuff, especially when you're cooking. All right. So you guys can see there's the second slice of bread. It's got those nice jaggedy edges, and you can hear the texture. So when I cut into that, that's going to be nice. Again, you could butter and syrup this and make a waffle, but I'm using it for sandwich bread. It cools and stays crispy. All right, now I'm getting excited. Our bread is done. I use my air fryer as an air fryer. I use it as an oven. I use it as a cooling rack. Y'all, I use that thing all the time. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stir. I'm just trying to think. Anything else in the tuna melt? Yeah, yeah. All right. Another chopstick. I'm just gonna put an apron on because I'm nervous I'm gonna flick like tuna on me, and that is the worst. Like if you're eating tuna, you want to make sure that it stays where it's supposed to be, because if you get it on you, you can try and wash it off, but you end up smelling like fish for the rest of the day. It's just not good. I have multiple aprons. I actually got this one in Paris. I love it. Orange bell pepper. I didn't put bell pepper in my tuna. Do you think I should put some bell pepper? They're gone. Blame the 14-year-old. Sorry, y'all. No, I didn't have. I had those little sweet peppers, and they're gone. Kids, what are you gonna do? All right, so let's stir. Our bread is ready. So I'm just going in there with my chopstick to kind of poke the big chunks and then mix. You know, if you like your tuna kind of wet or if you like it chunky, you can mix it up. Everything's already cooked, so I'll taste it and then see if I want anything else. Oh man, that's gonna bother me. What is that red? Pimento. There it is. I don't know if y'all like pimento, so I'm just mixing it up. Um, what are pimentos? Are they peppers? I don't think I have any. I feel like I should buy some now, just to have them, right? I kind of want to be that like kitchen that you have everything. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's just like you could just come in and whip up a, you know, a meal, gourmet or not. Eh, that makes me happy. All right, you guys. So I've mixed up our tuna. I'm just gonna taste my chopstick. Mmm. Hmm. I think I will put a little bit more pepper. It's got the nice zing from the Old Bay, but I think I'll do a little bit more heat. I wanted something fancier than just black pepper, but y'all, I had my chili flakes. I saw one lizard outside. I tossed the whole thing because I, I have a thing. I'm not an animal lover. Don't come at me about that. But we all have our thing, and I just hate seeing them at my in the bushes and whatever. So I need to replace my pepper. All right, adding some more black pepper and just stirring it in. I'm really missing my like relish, my pickly. That's okay. What I'll do, I'm gonna assemble my sandwich and I'll put some banana peppers on the sandwich. All right. So now comes the fun part. You guys tell me. I put tuna melt in the description. Should I melt it or eat it cold? Either way. So, okay, my lettuce is looking kind of sad. Trying to use up what I have. So I've got some romaine left over. Taking off the sad pieces. All right. And I wanted a nice, big, juicy, slicing tomato. I have, I have like some, this will be all right. Let me rinse this off. I have like some little cherry tomatoes. That's going to look all janky, but I might. Yes, Amethyst says yes. Tell me what the yes is for. Y'all know I'm just rambling up here, making this stuff up as I go. Rinsing off my romaine. Oh, you vote cold. Okay, good. We have some that say cold and some that say hot. Like it hot. Some like it hot. Is that a song? Some like it hot. Tuna melt is good. But you know what? If I had done the bread last, I would have the cold inside tuna. She says, melt it, please. Whew. All right, let's see what I can do. Um, but I'm hungry. If I had done the bread last, then I could have those warm chaffles, cheesy chaffles, and then I want a plate. All right, let me get some tomato, y'all. This is gonna be crazy. This is not an intentional substitution, but this is what I have for tomato. I really wish I might have given them away. That's okay. I'm gonna go to the pickup line, and I'll come back on later and maybe do an unboxing for you guys. But I'm gonna cut. I've got some tomatoes in here. I'm gonna get the big ones. Ugh, if they're not, uh-oh. Hold up, wait a minute. Gotta make sure these are still good. I got a couple that, all right. Got a couple big ones, big mama jammas. So I'll slice these. Let me wash them first. All right, I don't know what these are, but they're in the tomato container, so we're about to make tomato slices. Oh man, you know what I could do? All right, since you guys want me to melt, I've got a little bit of manchego left while I'm getting my tomato slices. I was trying to do everything off of the stove, but because you guys are my people, I'm gonna get my chaffle slices and I'm gonna put some cheese on it and just melt a little bit. That janky burner, but it's what I got. Did I put the butter away? I'm just gonna put a little bit of butter into that skillet. So you guys remember, this is my bread. Okay, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of the manchego. Now, I probably should shred and use the goat's pepper jack. If you were on in the beginning, you heard me say the sharper, drier cheeses like a Parmesan is good for the chaffles because you want them to crisp up. But you want a nice melting cheese for like the top of our shepherd's pie yesterday, or if you're making these into little pizzas, do tomato sauce, um, whatever. I got a big piece. But you know what? We're just gonna melt this, use it up. So I'm just gonna put these in the pan and let them melt a little bit while I cut my tomato. And then, I know, right? Akata says I vote cold. I know. Should have made two, right? All right, let's see how it goes. Next time, I wanted cold too. Or maybe I'm just hungry and I really just wanted to eat without an extra step. But you could definitely do it cold. All right. We're going to cut these tomatoes. I'm literally just slicing them into little slices. So I'm going to, y'all, I just saw a lightning flash. I'm fine, but if anything happens, so I'm going to put these on my sandwich. I'm going to put a top over it so that the cheese can kind of melt quickly. Literally, I just have these in the pan with the shredded cheese. The bread is already cooked and I'm hungry, so we're just gonna put a little top over them. That's how you get like that quick melting effect. So it's gonna be kind of partially cold. I don't have a panini press. Actually, you can use the Dash devices for, a sandwich press. I'm just not trying to do that. All right, I like tomato, so I've got one more that I'm cutting up. Almost done. Thanks for melting. Yes. All right, you guys. Ooh, I hear something behind me. A little crackle sizzle. So what I have here on the cutting board, I just cut my tomato into slices and my romaine. All right, I'm gonna give it 1 minute and then we're going to assemble. If you guys will sit tight, I've got my tuna, lettuce, cheese, bread. I'm gonna do some banana peppers, and I'll be right back. And when I come back, we're gonna assemble. So give me just a minute. Oh God, I hope I didn't burn them. Taking them off. Oh, so you guys can see. Y'all see that smoke? Just in time. All right. All right. So we got, for those of y'all that want it hot, we got a little bit of melt. It's time to assemble. It's time to assemble. All right. So would you guys still put mayo? I'm going to put my apron on because I get nervous with the tuna. So even though there's mayo inside the tuna, I'll smear a little bit of mayo on here. Y'all know I get excited when it's time to eat. I get excited when it's time to eat. Hold up. Where are you? Oh my gosh, where? I set stuff out, and then I'm like, where is it? I know I had 2 of these. Oh, there it is. Y'all, I probably have to organize myself today. Okay, I'm gonna put a little smear of mayo. Let me get my fancy plate. This would be good like if you had like veggie straws. I'm not putting anything on the side. You guys know my fancy plate. All right. So I'm going to get the first slice of bread. Again, this is a chaffle, just egg and manchego cheese. You can use any melting cheese of your choice. I'm going to put a little smear of my mayo substitute, Walden Farms. All right. Still nice and crispy. Got a little brown on the bottom, but not bad. All right, so that's our first layer. Then I have a piece of romaine. Show you guys what I have. I'm just gonna put that romaine right on top. It'll be draping off the side. Pinch off a little bit. Huh. All right, now y'all saw what I had to do for tomato. If you have a nice beefsteak slice, use that. I didn't, so I'm using these little cherry tomatoes. I probably have more than I need, but I just sliced them thin. And then I'm layering them all inside because I like tomato and I want tomato in every bite. I'll show you guys what we have so far. So our slice of bread, mayo, some melted cheese, manchego cheese, romaine lettuce, and the tomato slice. Gonna put on a little banana pepper. This is my pickle substitute because I'm sensitive to cucumbers. I know, weird, but those are my test results. So I have to avoid cucumbers, pickles, relish. I just have a few banana peppers here. I'm going to place them on top because I like that salty brine that you get from pickling. It could be pickled red onion, whatever you like. Whatever you like. Okay, now let's go in for our tuna. And I'm doing, this will probably be enough for 2 sandwiches, but I want it all. Okay, don't be greedy, Maggie. You could store this. Maybe I'll save it some for later. Eat it with my crackers. That's a good way to portion control. Mm, 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 mm. So I put a nice big old chunk of tuna on there. Should I do a little bit of mustard? Y'all do mustard? I'll just do another little thing of mayo, like it creamy. So our other slice of bread here with the melted manchego cheese. Really, to do a tuna melt, you would assemble this and then like put it in a sandwich press or put it in. But I like hot and cold together. So this is going, let's see if I can match the corners. Oh my gosh, y'all. Hold on. Honey or Dijon mustard? Honey mustard. Do I have honey mustard? I do have a little bit of Dijon. I like Dijon as an ingredient. It's a little bitter for me, but honey mustard does sound good. How does it look? Ah, Amethyst, your wish has come true. Not bad, you guys. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take a picture first. Then I'm going to cut it, give you guys the money shot. Oh, I have so much that I want to cook for you guys. Don't you worry. And if you guys want anything, please put it in the comment. Doesn't it look good? Please put it in the comments. Let me know what you want to see. It helps me to be creative and it kind of challenges me. I know you guys want some dessert. I'm going to go to the food giveaway and come back, and I will be making desserts because I have a couple in mind that I want to make for you guys. So I will be back on. I'm just getting plenty of pictures. All right. So I am going to cut it. Thank you, Miles. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it diagonally. Sharpen my knife. Try and get, Thank you. All right. Let's see if we can get this cut. Y'all hear that? I'm pressing on it with my hand, trying not to smear it. Oh, looks good. Looks good. I had some of it fall out. That's why I wanted to get the picture first. All right. So I'm going in for the taste. Mmm. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you, Miles. Serrated knife is what I should have used. You're right, and I have one. Thank you for the cooking tip. Honey mustard would be good on this. I don't have honey mustard. I'm going to make some. We'll see. I'm going to try this. This is the Walden Farms sweet onion. I'm just going to put a little bit in a little dipping cup and dip it in there. I know, right? Oh, sorry. I know I look crazy holding the knife. Sorry, y'all. I know. And I'm gonna make, ooh, I'm gonna make some honey mustard. I'm gonna do some sweet onion. Let me get another one. You guys just challenged me. I'm gonna make some honey mustard too. All right, so we're gonna try some sweet onion because you know usually you would do like relish, which has like a sweetener in it. But since I can't have cucumber, I don't have that sweet. So I've got some sweet onion in here. Just dipping it. Mmm. 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 Okay. Mmm. 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 We're gonna make some honey mustard and then I'm gonna wrap up. Y'all, you can make your own stuff. We're gonna make a sugar-free honey mustard. Whoever just gave me that idea, I think it was Amethyst. I have regular mustard from the fridge, and this is my honey substitute, Sucrin Gold. They have all kind of sweeteners that are zero sugar. So I'm literally, y'all know me and these condiments when they come out all watery. All right, so I'm not gonna make a lot, but I'm using a little container so you can see. I'm just putting some regular old French's mustard in there. And I'm gonna do eyeball, same portions of my honey substitute. And I'm gonna mix it together, and that should be. I'll do a spoon. So you can make your own. That Sucrin Gold, I'm just stirring. That Sucrin Gold I got on Amazon, or you can buy directly from them. Sucrin, Sukrin. I think they're a Danish company because y'all, the Europeans have been in front of this healthy eating long before us. But look, I'm just like you. I'm 46 now, and I had the typical American diet until my 40s. And then I was like, okay, it's going to start turning into health problems. So we're going to get this weight off. So this is what I have for honey mustard. I'm going to taste the spoon, and then I'm going to dip my sandwich in. Y'all. Woo! So good. Okay. Honey mustard, tuna melt. Getting it all in there. Hey, Desi Date Nights. I'm dripping it on me. Mmm. Amethyst, you get the gold star. That is perfect because you get that mustard, you get that sweet. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh. See, we're cooking together. Honey mustard, tuna melt. Y'all, it is so good. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Okay. Sorry. Mm. Y'all, I know it looks crazy, but you saw it before I cut it. So grain free. We made our bread in the waffle maker. Chaffle was just cheese and egg. Try to use a drier, sharper cheese. Cheddar, Parmesan. I used Manchego because that's sheep's milk because I can't have cow dairy. The tuna is just canned tuna drained. My mayo substitute, salt, pepper, paprika. I don't know. Y'all saw it. Lettuce, tomato. Yeah, I'm going to eat this other half. I am so excited. This honey mustard changed the game. And y'all saw I just made the honey mustard with regular French's and my honey substitute. Y'all know me and my sweet tooth. This is so good. So, mm, 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 on sweets, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Whenever I find something that I think would be helpful, I'm gonna share with you guys. If you like hard candy, I got these on Amazon. They're called Zolli Pops, Zollipops. I'm not really a big hard candy person, but you want to have stuff so that if you do like hard candy, you can make your substitutions easier. I think it was created by a dentist. I don't know, but it's sugar-free and it's good for your teeth. Whatever. Teeth are important, but I like that it's sugar-free and it actually tastes pretty good. They are kind of pricey to me, but Zolli Pops, they make hard candy like little discs, and then they have the lollipops. I also get these from the Dollar Tree. So used to be a dollar, now $1.25. They have a whole aisle of like sugar-free candies. They have red peppermints. They have the green starlight mints or whatever. Be careful with some of the chocolate ones. They can upset your tummy, but the hard candies, sometimes you just want a little bit of, candy. Again, that's from my stash when I really need it. The other thing from my stash, I told you guys I've completely changed. Aw, thank you, Desi. You're so sweet. I've completely changed my snacks. I don't snack on chips and granola bars and any of that stuff anymore. That's just for me. I'm sensitive to gluten, so I can't have that. So my snacks are protein snacks. This is also from the Dollar Tree. This is beef jerky. It does have some sugar in it, but it's 5 grams. When I look at the labels, everything that I eat, my metabolic specialist says has to be under 6 grams of sugar. So these are little things that you can like toss into your bag, toss into your car. When I'm going to be out running errands like I'm going to do now, I like have these things within arm's reach so I don't get really hungry. All right, you guys, I'm going to have this last bite of this tuna melt and honey mustard. And I'm going to go pick up some giveaways. I'll bring them back. And I am going to make my pancakes. You guys can let me know if you want them all blue or with the blueberries. And I have a couple desserts I'll do later today. So maybe in the 5 o'clock time frame, maybe sooner. We'll see. Thank you all. Tuna melt. Enjoy. All right, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Oh, you're so welcome.